a lot of this becomes like different parts of your resume, right? You
Mm-hmm.
talk about your career goals, a 4-year degree, college, then the master's degree, and some of your work there. But we're not getting deep enough. I think this is overall running the risk of telling rather than showing.
Okay.
It's a little bit formal. It's a little bit too objective. I want us to see the world through your eyes and gain the insights that you gained. And I think you can do that. The experience that you have is there. Your nonprofit work could be a good opening to talk about why law school, and especially, of course, your role as an advocate. You're helping underserved kids. You're helping them with education. You're helping them find jobs, and you have a passion for social justice. I want that to shine through much more.
Okay.
So could you pick one story? Could you tell one story about one kid that you helped, or one insight you've had about your work in nonprofit management, which I would imagine is an area that has tons of bureaucracy?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I didn't think about to choose like one story because I have so many. Growing up where I grew up on the south side of Chicago and witnessing the things that I have witnessed, helping those same type of students, like they all have so many stories. So I guess you're right. I have to figure out one story to tell.
Think about it this way. So you have statistics. We know all kinds of information about the number of people dying each year from malaria or suffering from homelessness or poverty or things like that. But what do TV commercials do? They highlight one particular story. They have that
That's
one
true.
heart-wrenching photo or video of that kid, and that makes people open their wallets in a way that numbers never could.
That's true.
And I'm not saying you necessarily want to like play on their emotions in that way, but you do want to capture their interest. And the way you capture their interest is by telling a story, giving some specifics, and then showing from there. I was trying to help this one kid, but bureaucracy got in the way and I had to look up the rules and regulations, something along those lines.
It's interesting you say that because as someone who works in higher education and works in the financial aid office, I do know for a fact one thing that always bothered me was the fact that DACA students could not get financial aid. And it was nothing that they did personally. It was the fact that their parents weren't U.S. citizens. So they weren't U.S., so they couldn't get it. And it just used to always break my heart to have to tell them, like, unfortunately, there's nothing we can really do for you, because I just feel like it's unfair. We're punishing the children because the parents wanted to have them have a better life. And now they can't even get that because how are they going to go to school? So I used to always hate that. Like, that was one thing I was like, oh, I really don't want to go out here and talk to the student, but I have no choice. I can't bend the rules. It's a federal law. I can't change it. I can't say, well, we're going to give you a little bit. I just couldn't do it. And it used to always break my heart because a lot of those students did really want a better life, but they was like, I have to drop all my classes. There's no way I can pay for this. So
it's a story that you should tell. I want to see that come out. I want to see that frustration come out where you're hitting a wall. And then you use that as fuel to help you want to become an advocate. You want to help serve those kids. Maybe you even want to change laws. Maybe you want to find ways to work to better help those kids, even within the laws. Maybe there are some regulations or some loopholes that you could discover through your research that could help them advocate for themselves as best as possible. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.